Whoa, looks like a baby's been in here, like podcasting or something, bro. What's up with the baby height? Baby height on the mic. That is not a commentary on any of the previous guests that we have had. Although we may be taller than
Baby Josh Ponder.
both Josh and Rob are short. Sorry,
They're
guys.
not short.
I mean,
They're average.
oh, you seen that?
What is that? What is average?
What is average?
What is average? Average male height.
Well, mathematically, average is. Well, what's the average? You're asking what is the average?
Yes. Do your job.
Do my job.
Look stuff up.
You want to take a guess? Let's take it up for bets.
I say 5'10".
No.
Yeah.
What?
5'9".
Because the Asians throw off the average?
Okay, U.S. average height.
Okay.
U.S.
okay,
average male height. I say it's 5'9", 5'10".
Male or female?
Yeah, male. Yeah, yes, of course.
Hey, listen, we got to be specific.
Neither of the prior two guests that we're mocking for being short, you're mocking for being short, were female. So this is on you.
This is on me.
Yeah. We might have to contact HR about this.
Okay. You said 5'10".
5'9" or 5'10".
Wow. You are correct.
On which one?
5'9".
There you go. Yeah.
5'9" is the average height.
And I would guess that's the height of our prior two guests. They might even be pushing 5'10".
Well,
How tall are you?
6.
6. I'm a 6 as well.
Yeah. And I like it like that.
Mm.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is CTAS. Christians talking about...
Shit.
Yeah, buddy. We got your host, Amos, in the house. And as always, I'm Ben. Welcome back. Welcome back. What a warm intro to this episode's podcast, huh?
Mm. It is a little warm in here.
Oh, it is a little warm.
Yeah. We need to do some AC rerouting or put a mini split over here. So what's your week been like? See, now that we have, so everyone knows, we've readjusted our schedule.
Yes.
So we are shooting these on Fridays now to release on Mondays.
Yes. So if you are anticipating next Thursday to pick up the latest episode of CTAS, you will be
3 days behind because it was Monday.
correct. So go ahead and hit that bell, hit that subscribe, and yeah, you'll be notified as soon as we release it on Monday. And I think the reason behind it being because we want to be more current. Also, we found that Thursdays at the end of the week, we're competing with a lot of other podcasts.
I think a lot of podcasts drop on Monday. I think we're competing with ourselves in that we're recording early or stacking up in the can as opposed to like getting through the week. It's the end of the week now. We can talk about it.
Let's just get it over with.
Yeah, get it over with.
That's what this is. Just get it over with.
End this week on a bang.
Yeah. So yeah.
So how was your week?
I think it was all right. It was all right. It was productive. Yours?
Yeah.
Dude, we got the website done this week, and that's all I really care
We do
about.
have a website up.
Everybody go check out wildworksfilms.com. Me and Amos built this with some little to no help, I would say. Little to no help.
Outside of the web hosting service.
Right. The general way you would go about building your own website. I did try to vibe code the first one, which wasn't the best. It was very one page only. No indexing.
That's that
no
AI website. AI built website.
No, it wasn't even AI built.
It was vibe coded.
It vibe coded, but I would say that AI website building is definitely far more advanced than what I was trying to do.
Well, I'm not sure that's exactly. I think that's really more well-structured algorithms around templates that have been built already. Rather than like AI just like slapping a whole bunch of fresh stuff together.
Right. They're using the tools that have already been.
I think AI is half marketing.
Yeah, right.
In this situation.
Right. So yeah, no. The only thing we were using AI for on the first round was just the actual HTML code. But yeah, that didn't turn out very well. We went ahead and forfeited I don't know, like $14 or something. Yeah, got us a nice fancy website. Check us out. We do all kinds of stuff. Not just this podcast, which we have a lot of fun doing, right?
Yep.
We got other podcasts, we got other projects coming up. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
You're really like slamming those DJ what would you call it? Idiolect? No.
What do you want this to be, an episode of NPR?
I don't know. You're like, nah, well, yeah, maybe I could probably get down with that. I would probably be more in the NPR fitting, whereas you'd be into like the late night DJ kind of setting.
Let's talk about it. Did you listen to any talk shows growing up?
Some Jay Leno. Does that count?
No, I'm okay. I'm maybe
Or are you looking for
on the
Howard
radio.
Stern?
On the radio, yeah. Did
No.
Jay Leno have one on the radio?
No.
No.
Are you looking for like Howard Stern or something like that? I did not listen to Howard Stern.
No. Yeah, I didn't.
Although
I didn't
we were
listen to him either.
subjected to Alex Jones a lot.
Even back then.
Yeah.
Really? Ooh.
Like I said, subjected to.
Ooh.
Others were listening to it in the room. And so, yeah, we got it by...
Others. By others, you mean your father?
No, I mean my mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Out of all the parents, I would have guessed
It was
your
fun.
father.
Like, she'd grade our schoolwork and listen to Alex Jones while we worked on the current subject.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
No, I grew up on like Coast to Coast AM and stuff like that. And then my grandfather always listened to Rush Limbaugh.
A different breed of right-wing talk show host.
Yeah, definitely a different breed. I would say the fact that your mother was listening to Alex Jones back then, that probably was pretty wild. Like, what did it come on?
It was a shortwave.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was shortwave.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was like 12, 13. Maybe a little older.
Okay.
So, yeah. It'd be early Alex Jones.
And yeah.
His voice was a little less gravelly at the time.
That's
Shaped my whole childhood.
that's what age will do to you. No. We can definitely give
I'm
it.
joking, Mom. I'm joking if you're listening.
Yes, we love. Actually, dude, I do love your mother.
Yes.
She's very nice. No, we can definitely do a more NPR, like more next up on Christians talking about shit. But that's either
The latest on the Bethel controversy.
No, we don't have any updates. I don't keep up with that. I'm very much if it permeates my bubble, I'll talk about it. But then after that, it just kind of, I don't know.
Would you consider yourself a well-informed person?
Overly informed?
Overly informed. Explain.
Because I go down, I don't care about the things that most people care about. And then I'll go down these rabbit holes of exploration into nonsensical things. And so I'm informed on things that probably most of the population doesn't care about. And then on other things, I have no idea.
For a good podcast host?
I don't know. I think bringing... Whoa. Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Is this a job interview? What's going on?
What are your qualifications to be the co-host here?
What are your qualifications here?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you consider yourself well-informed?
Less informed recently because I've been ignoring more stuff.
Do you think that's a product of age?
I don't know. Like, I used to listen to a lot more news, and it just kind of got boring.
Yeah.
So, like, up to date on pop culture and current stuff, like, I gave that up a long time ago. As far as, current goings on in entertainment, I don't know.
You don't know?
Somewhat broadly informed, maybe. I don't know. I used to call myself a fountain of useless information.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I see that. I see that. That's
I see
okay.
that in you.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But
But I tend to feel like what I'm interested in or the things that I know nobody else is interested in. So it's like it doesn't even come to mind to talk about it. Like what I've been digging into this week are like lenses and different current brands of anamorphic lenses.
Golly, hear this guy talk about lenses.
Yeah,
Come on.
there you go. Who wants to hear that?
No. I think there is definitely a market and a niche for that, though.
Yeah, but this is Christians talking about shit, not
Yeah, of course.
Christians talking about cameras.
No. And that's where the WildWorks Films aspect comes out.
Are they starting a podcast?
No, they're not starting a podcast, but I think that short form educational tidbits about products.
There's so much of that on the internet, though.
Yeah, but
like, do you want to be another one of those people?
No, not that you're another one of those people. It's that because we are starting a production company, right? I think the customer would like to scroll through social media and say, "Oh, this guy knows his stuff.
Oh, yeah,
he knows his gear."
What I wouldn't mind is the free stuff, the samples that they send you to review. You know, I don't. That I
like a
mind.
gear review?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If any company out there
Is that not what you were talking about?
Yeah, no. I mean, in a way, yes, but I'm saying with regards to having and owning and running a production company, right? You're around all this gear. You need to be able to use this gear, and you're very well versed in what it all does.
In theory.
Yeah. Oh, the internet will prove you wrong real quick. But I'm saying we adapt that to the social media aspect of WildWorks and bing, bing, bong, bong.
So it's more like you do those behind the scenes when you're doing a shoot, and you're like, Amos, explain to me what's going on here.
Yep.
How do you light this?
Yep.
What are these cameras doing?
Yep.
What are these cameras?
Love it.
How do cameras work?
Love it. Because I'm stupid. Yeah.
You're administrative.
Yeah. No, it's I'm dumber than Apollo Rocks if you tell me to go grab something off the shelf. And yeah, I'm not going to.
But you know how to talk to people.
That is still to be proven.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I hear you do it every day.
I don't know. I think yeah, some people just have the gift of gab. Is that what it is?
No comment.
No comment.
I'm not sure if I ever had that.
No. No, it's like pulling teeth just to get you to talk about something.
Sure it wasn't beaten out of me as a child?
I mean, there might be seeds in there. We just got to water them. Just got to water those.
It's going to take a lot of water.
Water those seeds.
Some fertilizer, some growth hormones.
I will say, interesting thing came across.
Say this is gonna be a short podcast if we can't find something to talk about.
No. I've got something to talk about. Interesting thing came across my feed yesterday. Man, you know all this stuff is going on with the Epstein files list, right? And it's like, supposedly there's a website you can go in there and type in keywords. People are going in there typing in their names.
Is over 50,000.
Is that good?
You didn't hear Pam Bondi? I think she was.
How would I have heard Pam Bondi?
I saw a clip where I think she was getting questioned about Epstein, I think. And she was saying, but the Dow is over 50,000 or whatever, the S&P. The stock market's doing really good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's like, but the files, like, but the stock market's doing really good. I think that's what was going on. I didn't dig into it.
They said there's too many people to go after, and if they went after
system will
everybody,
collapse.
Yeah, the system would collapse because we put everybody in jail. I think we'd be fine after a little while. It would be, you know. I'm also going through watching. I'm finishing up watching the show Fallout, and so in my mind, it's like
season 2.
Yeah, season 2. And it's almost like glorifying, in a way, like the collapse of human society.
See, I season 1 was good, and all I've heard is that season 2 fell off the rails.
I think I have 1 or 2 episodes left, so I guess I'll circle back with you and let you know. I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Sorry to break it for you.
Thanks. So far, so good. But I don't think you're gonna probably ever going to mimic what the first season accomplished. Like setting that tone and everything was new and what's the vaults? There's multiple vaults. What do we do now?
No.
Here's the desert, the wildness.
it's pretty darn consistent with TV shows, especially with streaming platforms, where they do something unique and different
Okay.
in season 1.
Okay.
Season 2, they try to make it more mainstream, even lean a little bit left. And they just kind of tend to gut whatever is going on with the characters.
So you think historically second seasons are always going to follow this?
No. It's just a lot of shows consistently on streaming platforms fall off the rails and they don't keep what they were originally doing.
And you're saying fall off the rails is what you just
They
mentioned.
go from like a 8-star show to a 5-star show over the course of their seasons.
Whoa, how many stars are in this ranking?
10.
Dude, you're a 10-star guy? What kind of psychopath ranks things like 10 stars? I'm kidding about the psychopath.
IMDb?
But
Amazon? IMDb?
No. No.
IMDb is a 10-star
Amazon
system.
is 5. 100% Amazon's got to be 5.
IMDb, though, is a 10-star system.
Is it?
Yes. And that's the only one I go by.
Last movie I looked up was the Spider Noir.
If you're Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 100-point system.
Dude, I don't know, bro.
You're less informed than I thought.
Oh. No, it's just like it is out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what's the first season of Fallout at?
Probably be better if we use Rotten Tomatoes, but on IMDb it's a 8.3.
Okay, what's the second season?
Wait, that might be the show as a whole.
8.3, that seems pretty high.
Like I said, it's a I don't know. Maybe
I enjoyed the first season. I don't think I'd call it an 8.3.
Really?
Yeah, I was entertained.
Yeah, but you're a hard audience. You're a hard person to make happy. Yeah, it won't. I can't figure out how to do just the season by season reviews. But so far I don't feel it's fallen off in that regard. No, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't feel more left. Now, one show that did do that, Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even watch it. I think that wasn't even on the rails to start with.
Yeah, it was. And
I mean, saying it as someone who didn't watch it, but watched a lot of reviews on it, it seemed like it was
who's that one YouTuber?
Misguided from the start.
He's got glasses. He's super right wing.
Neurotica?
Neurotica. You knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't watch him.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he didn't like.
No.
Rings of
Him
Power.
and the Critical Drinker crowd and all them, they were all panning it, but it seemed like a lot of. I mean, it didn't do well at all. I think there was like what was the fall off? I think it was greater than 50% who started the show didn't finish it for the first season.
50% is pretty high.
I think it's greater than 50%. Again, I could be wrong. So where you were starting here with the
Epstein list.
Yeah.
Epstein.
What about it?
Okay, so it's been a whirlwind for the conspiracy world. I tell you what.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's just
Like all the conspiracies you thought that were there, they're actually worse.
Yeah. It's been kind of interesting because different celebrities will come out and be like, I know I'm on the list, but here's what happened. I think Tony Hawk had a thing where he was like, hey, there's this email in the Jeffrey Epstein files that say that he was at my wedding or something. Turns out he made a long post and was like, well, it wasn't that long, but he was like, hey, these are the dates. And the photographer at this one wedding, his name was Mike Epstein, had no relation. I didn't look into that far. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know why. I guess you thought they were going to come for you. Like, I don't get it. Sorry, Tony Hawk, but I don't get it. Why are you going on the defensive? Like, Joe Rogan was on there. Anyway, so that's
He was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? On the flight logs?
No, not on the flight logs. It was email correspondence from a guest that Joe had on, and he was emailing our Jeff,
Jeffrey?
Jeff Ep. Jeffrey Epstein was emailing the guest that was previously on Joe Rogan, be like, "Hey, you should get me in contact with Joe. I want to get on the pod." 2017, 18, around there.
Okay.
And Joe Rogan, even at that time, I think people knew about. I mean, talking about Alex Jones, he knew about all that stuff way back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so him and Joe were
he was
pretty
talking
tight.
about that stuff way back out in
Yeah.
the day. He turned out to be correct.
Right.
It would seem, allegedly, be correct about a lot of this stuff.
Right. So, he's probably friends with Joe Rogan, right? Alex and Joe are friends. And so Joe was like, "No, I don't want him on the show." And that's the only reason he was on in the email. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people are like that. But that's not the one I wanted to bring to your attention.
You know who wasn't on the list?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Dude, no, you can't. That was my.
Oh, that's where you were going to go?
That was my thing,
Why
bro.
didn't you know that?
No, if anything, was he not in there? But otherwise, Macaulay Culkin, okay, famous for hanging out with Michael Jackson and going to the ranch, right? Neverland Ranch? Yeah, Neverland Ranch. Yeah. He comes out after this whole list has been out, and it's like, "Hey, appears, I don't know why are these people just now talking? I don't get it." But he's like, "Yeah, no, Michael was supposedly like trying to shelter at least the Hollywood kids to a certain degree from Jeffrey Epstein."
Is that why he died?
Supposedly, as the conspiracy theory goes, I don't know if that's why he died. However, because he was not willing to play the games with everybody else and go to the island and do all this stuff, right? And was actually going the complete opposite, supposedly, and trying to save these Hollywood kids. That's where all the rumors started. The rumor mill started, and and they just pretty much sicked the media on him, and everyone turned on him. And it's one of those that makes me think, like, yeah, for one, it's already kind of weird that you have a Neverland Ranch.
Like, Peter Pan never want to grow up.
Yeah, but we've never really seen celebrity at that level.
I mean, I'm not going to go out there and say Michael Jackson was the most normal person.
No, I don't think you. Yeah, exactly.
But then again, who could be?
I don't know.
Given his upbringing,
I think it was just generally weird. Just slap the word weird across it. But then I thought it very interesting that Macaulay Culkin came out and said that. Supposedly, I don't know. It probably will be all fake. I don't know.
Yeah, all of this. What all of this is just AI.
Isn't that interesting? No. With regard, yes, it could be all AI. But I'm saying with regards to, like, that could be a potential reason as to why his name was dragged through the mud and they tried to get him for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. It could be AI. Dude, did we talk about this on the last episode where the AI now has their own social media?
Yeah, I think briefly, yeah.
Briefly?
Did anything happen with that? Like, how have they not reached the end of social media in their own time frame?
Yeah, by now. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because like a day on social media for an AI, a bunch of AIs communing together would be like 10 years.
Yeah, and plus you would think they would by now be like, okay, all right, we have a shared conscious and we don't no longer need social media.
Or it's all just
fake.
Or it's all an LLM.
I think it's fake.
It's predictive text mechanisms talking to each other.
Yeah, they're just dumbed down LM.
I don't think they're dumbed down. They're just
LMs.
A bunch of predictive text mechanisms talking to each other, autofilling like a human would, and then it just leads to a whole bunch of random stuff.
Yeah, because their human counterparts told them to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's more likely. Like, let's try this experiment, and oh no, our experiment got leaked, and look, the AI is gone rogue. They started their own social media.
It's all marketing. Like, anything you hear about AI feels like it's marketing. It's either marketing for or against it, and that's it.
Yeah. It's pretty polarizing.
Yeah. And then all the water. apparently. It's wastes a lot of water, is what they say.
Why don't we stick it
I
up
don't
in
get the
Antarctica?
whole water waste thing because, like, if I don't know, is the water non-usable afterwards? Is it not reusable?
Like, why are they not collecting it?
Well, because like all the wastewater, obviously it's polluted with crap, but like the amount of wastewater that we go through, I mean, all water that you see around you has been recycled.
Right.
It all gets recycled eventually.
Either naturally,
Evaporation, whatever.
or yeah.
Yeah.
Either God's way or
Or is there
the
like a
human
giant
way.
pond out behind the data center where they dump all the water for cooling, and then they have to keep it collected there and can't let any of it evaporate or soak into the environment?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
It'd get pretty full pretty fast.
No. I'm saying the way it's booming, I'm sure they're jumping through like all sorts of regulations and stuff just to get it done.
Like sidestepping regulations.
Yeah, sidestepping. Yep. Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be a business in 2 years?
An AI business or our business?
No, I know. I mean, like the projected, like how much OpenAI has to make in order to be solvent is just
Like, is there a bubble?
ridiculously high.
Is there a bubble? Is essentially.
Yeah. Is there a bubble?
I don't know.
Is it all hype?
Well,
I mean, clearly there's something there. Like, it can make things, but does it make usable things?
I think it's going to be implemented just as any other tool.
But worth trillions.
Well, I think the dust hasn't really settled yet, right? There was an open, not is Open AI an actual company itself, or do you just say anyway? There's an AI company that
Yeah, OpenAI is ChatGPT.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And Anthropic is Claude, and Twitter is Grok, X is Grok.
What was that one that just recently kind of hit my Malbot? Malbot? What is that? What am I trying to say here?
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
It's a Maltbot.
Maltbot.
OpenClaw. It's a viral open source agentic
Agentic AI.
Agentic AI, yes.
It's an AI agent, so it'll go do stuff for you.
Yes. That runs on your computer and can act on your behalf. Okay, so
so it'll book things for you, and
you saw this.
It will schedule, and it'll make payments, and it'll delete your entire hard drive.
Yeah. So they're buying like these old Mac Minis, right?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. No, they're current like $500 Mac Minis.
Oh, okay. So it's new ones.
Yeah, like M4 chip Mac Minis.
And you can run it off of there, and essentially,
yeah, it's sitting like a server. It's like a dedicated computer for just that.
Yeah, but then you give it access to all of your stuff, and then it can run all your stuff. But supposedly it's riddled with huge backdoors.
Oh, I'm sure.
That
it's an open source as well. Like,
yeah.
Like even like I think it's Claude with Anthropic, where they gave it a vending machine in the office to run, and then people started scamming it and convincing it to order weird things. And
oh yeah, that was a couple years ago,
or like last year.
Last year,
yeah.
Time flies. Oh,
in the AI world,
I remember that.
Yeah. Like the thing is, if it's going to make real world decisions for you, can you really trust it, or is it going to delete your entire hard drive? Yeah. Or spend your entire bank account.
So when you ask me if it's going to, what was the initial question? If it's a bubble, right? If it's going to pop, if it's going to.
Yeah. Like, are we building like 4 times the amount of data centers that are actually going to be used? Like, and the burn rate on the chips, it's like they're good for 2 years. You're buying them way out ahead of time. You don't even have the data centers built yet. They're going to be obsolete by you get them installed. It's kind of like a little bonkers.
So Brad had brought this up on his podcast that we were recording the other day, and he brought up the fact that it was, why will we not get to a point where we're able to miniaturize this technology with regards to say you need 40 acres for a server farm, an AI server farm now.
I mean, it's been getting smaller and smaller, but I mean, you can only make the cooling structure so small because you're pumping the same amount of. Basically, what happens is you're pumping the same amount of electricity. Okay, definitely don't quote me on this, but I'm theorizing right now is that as chips get smaller, you're pumping the same amount of electricity through a smaller space. So
is that how that works?
I think. I mean, basically, they're making all the wires smaller. All the wires keep getting smaller and smaller until where they're like nanometers in size, and they grow them on crystals, and that's why cooling is so important, because you're still like pushing all that energy through those lines. So yeah, you can make the chips smaller and smaller and smaller, but you still need the cooling infrastructure and the power infrastructure.
But you're talking about the front end product of creating the chips.
No, I'm talking about the
maintaining.
I'm talking about the computer itself,
Yeah.
like the giant data center computer itself.
Right.
Is a bunch of servers and
right.
chips and RAM and all that stuff.
Where does quantum computing come into play?
I don't know that they figured that out yet. But once they do,
maybe that's
yeah. We all die.
we all die. We all die once. No, but to answer your initial question, that's where I think it'll land. Is more of a open agent, secured agent assistant.
Yeah, but like if you can trust it and if it's well designed, because like everywhere they're shoving AI, like have you seen the stocks on Microsoft? Like it tanked massively here, and I believe it was wrapped around the AI features they're shoving into Microsoft.
You said something about the S&P earlier. I don't watch the stock like that, bro. Who's Pam Bondi?
She's in the Trump administration. What role is she?
I don't know.
What role? I don't know. Again,
anyway, but what I'm saying is I have no idea what the Microsoft stock is doing right now. It's doing bad.
I believe that's what I heard. Is it's going down in relation to its. Maybe we should check that.
Oh, I was looking up who Pam Bondi is. Oh, that's Pam Bondi. Okay. I thought she was completely different. U.S. Attorney General.
There you go, Attorney General.
Yeah, Attorney General. Okay, sorry,
important,
Pam.
maybe slightly important position.
Sorry, Pam. What was the next one? You were saying
Microsoft stock.
Oh yeah. Oof. But
stock chart last month.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure. I mean, there's some red in there. There's some green in there.
Up and down.
I don't know, bro.
Could go the other way.
Yeah, I was never good at looking at stocks and like, yeah, I can tell if it's above. Where's the line? What's the line for? Somebody out there that's a professional.
The average
stockbroker. What?
I think that's the average
for the day, for the week,
for whatever the length of the chart is.
Oh, okay. So,
how long is that chart?
12 hours.
Oh, it's a 12 hour. Look at like a 1 month chart.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Year to date, we're definitely in the red.
Yeah.
So, but why is the line so high if it's an average? I don't get it.
Then it's not an average. I don't know. Maybe it's the average over time. No, it can't be that either.
Why don't we just ask this freaking AI?
Ask the AI. What does the line mean?
What is that dotted line in the stock market?
Oh, we're screwed.
We are so screwed, bro. Because we just can't think for ourselves as to why. What would be that line? What would be that line? It's not the average.
I'm sure there's somewhere on that chart that will tell you. Maybe if you hover over it.
Oh, we're past the chart, man. We're past the chart.
Deep down the rabbit hole.
We're past it. You guys are all laughing at us because we're just stupid. On many stock apps, a horizontal dotted line usually marks a reference price so you can quickly see whether the current price is above or below that level.
What's all below the reference price over that year-to-date period? The
most common meanings are the previous day's closing price, very common in a one-day review, your average buy price, common on our broker apps, or a key indicator level like a moving average or support resistance. It's a resistance line. I've heard that term. Have you heard of this term?
Yeah. It's like it's a pressure line where like it's hard for it to break above that resistance line, and if it does, then it'll probably run up or down.
So that's where it comes into play where people are like looking at it in long term.
Yeah,
like,
and they got all the
set
charts.
there.
And I think that if you have monkeys trade stock for you, it does about as well as the average stockbroker.
Don't tell them. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Any stockbroking listeners that we have.
I mean, it's the markets. There's a reason most people lose money day trading.
Listen, though, we've got somebody that goes to our church. I won't name him, but he seems to be playing around with it and making some money.
If he's doing good.
It's just a matter of time. It's just always a gamble.
Not necessarily. Some people trade better than others, but like on average, like I believe day trading, it's something like 85% of people lose money day trading who do day trade.
Okay.
So is it gambling?
I don't know. Yeah, sure. You're gambling with somebody else's money. I don't know.
You're gambling with your own money if you're
a stockbroker, you're gambling.
Then you are gambling with someone else's money.
Yeah.
And then you're cutting off a chunk of it for yourself.
See, I don't know. I tried one time to go down the rabbit hole of even stupider YouTubers to be like, hey, what is the stock market? Like, explain it in the most basic terms.
Stupider YouTubers
to
tell you about the stock market.
Well, I was looking for their videos to be like, it just
uninformed?
No, it just seems like everybody that wants to talk about it just keeps on talking in these terms, and then the terms I get confused, and I'm like,
you know what a candlestick is?
Idea. What? No, what is a candlestick? They don't teach you this in high school.
Yeah, they should teach you about candlesticks.
What's candlestick?
It's
Tell me.
the red and green candles that go up minute by, or they're time periods where they go up
the
and down.
graph.
Well, you see a graph, but a candlestick is actually like a bar a line. It's a bar that's vertical that covers a period of time, 1 minute, 10 minutes, an hour.
Okay.
And tells you how much a stock moved inside that time period.
Okay. Because it moved because somebody was trading
like when you have a full candlestick or the full thick part of the candlestick, it's where it started and where it stopped. And if it's red, that means it's started here and went down and ended here. And if it's green, it started at the bottom and then went up and then closed at a higher price inside that candlestick. And then the thin lines up or above and below are how high it went or low it went during that time period.
And what do you do with that information?
It tells you how much the stock moved during that time period.
Yeah.
It's price range across that time period.
Because somebody has stock and they say it's worth this much.
So you'll sit there and you watch the candlestick go up and down and up and down. And you're like, oh, should I get in? Should I get out?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably the only reason people go to learn about this is to more easily identify those graphs. Because I look at it and I'm like, red means bad, green means good.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I couldn't tell you trends.
You buy down here and you sell up here.
Right, but
it's that easy.
Yeah, it's that easy.
Yeah.
But you buy when it's red? Yeah.
You buy when it's down here and you sell when it's up here.
Yeah. But then when you buy it, then the next day you wake up and you have a new graph and you're like, I don't know. Sure. It's in the green now.
Yeah, that's how the future works. You have new things happening.
No, I know, but you wake up and you're like, well, it's some of it's in the green, some of it's in the red. And you're like, okay, if it's in the red, I should buy it. If it's in the green, maybe I should consider selling it.
If it keeps going down, you got to buy the bottom.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that simple. You buy the bottom. You sell the top.
Oh, you're just making it so simple.
Yeah.
So
very straightforward. You can do anything with a time machine. At any rate.
Okay.
But yeah, is the stock market gambling?
I don't know. I don't have that answer.
I guess the question is there a...
This is not the first time you've asked this question.
I haven't, no. Is there a moral aspect to whether you make your money from trading it up in value or by actually producing something for someone else that they can use? Like, if you made your millions in the stock market versus you made your millions running a farm, growing food, is one morally more upright than the other? Or is it all neutral?
I think there's two issues at hand. There's one issue where you have your people that go to school and learn how to do this stuff, right? And they get brainwashed and indoctrinated to think that
What stuff specifically?
trading stocks, right? Don't you have to go to school?
No, to trade stocks.
Well, no, not to
You
trade
can
stock,
download
but like
an app right
to
now that will let you trade
professionally, like to be a
stocks.
broker.
I don't think you
to
have
be a
to go
broker.
to. I don't know. I don't actually know.
Oh.
I think you have to be maybe certified or licensed or something
Okay.
to
well,
trade other people's money.
some continuing education is required.
You had to pass a test. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
Okay. So, ergo, yeah, you're studying to pass a test, whether it be a certification or a 4-year college or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other hand is the normal person that thinks that they're gonna make it, like just on their own by
But
figuring it
the
out.
guy who goes to school to do it is trading other people's money.
Right, but I think all that is just to read the graphs, huh? Read the trends. Isn't that all you're doing to go to school?
I don't know about even. Probably you're just learning how the market works.
You're just learning how it all works. Maybe
But-
that's what I need to do is just
But
go to
like,
school.
like I said, a room of monkeys has about the same odds as a broker farm.
This is a theory. Sure.
Although there's one interesting one where, what was it? A guy set up an algorithm, or a brokerage set up an algorithm where if a stock like went down $10 over a week, they'd buy that stock, and if it went up $5 over a week or $10 over a week, they'd sell that stock, or maybe it was over a day or some time period, and doing it that way consistently, like slightly outperformed the market.
If that was true, everybody would be doing it. No.
No, because people look for bigger than small margins. It was like 8% versus 7%, or 9% versus 7% or something. It wasn't a big number.
What is that? What is that site that follows politicians?
I don't know. Like that you can bet on?
No, you don't bet it. Essentially, you just match.
Oh, match their buys. I don't know what that site is. Like, yeah, just you just buy whatever Nancy Pelosi buys.
Yeah, they put a downtown New York, I think. They put a poster up thanking Nancy Pelosi for making them rich or something.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Would that be insider trading, though, for the person who's following Nancy Pelosi's stocks? Because she's got insider information that you're not supposed to have.
Insider to the insider?
Yeah, but they're publicly traded, like, so you know what she's buying, but then you're insider trading because you're following someone who has inside information.
Yeah. So who's breaking the law?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I mean, my quick response would be, I don't think Congress should be allowed. But then, at what distance away from that congressperson can that person not buy stocks? Like the husband, the daughters.
A problem with the size of
kids.
Government and country that we have.
Yeah.
It's like you have so much power when you're in those positions. While not having a lot of power at the same time, because you can't do a lot unless the group decides to move as a whole. But you can make a lot of benefits for yourself and build generational wealth.
Is that the key?
What?
To build generational wealth?
I don't think so. No, well, I don't. Certainly, it's not the key to happiness. It's also probably not the most morally upright thing to do when you're in a position of power, is focusing on building your generational wealth. Just spitballing.
Well, even just the common man. Does the common man need to? What do we feel? What do we feel?
What good is millions of dollars going to be for your great grandchildren? How are they going to turn out?
Oh, I agree.
If you give them that,
yeah, I don't disagree. So how do you stay away from that?
I don't know, because I also don't like the idea of when people just give it all to charity either.
Yeah.
Maybe raise good kids. Here, I guess one of the big secrets to raising good, or not secrets, that's the wrong way. One of the signs that you raise good children is if they raise good children. And then their children raise good children.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the best signs that you did a good job.
It takes a while to see the fruit of that.
It does take a while.
Yep. So we're definitely negative generational wealth.
We?
You and I.
I don't think there's a lot of generational wealth floating around between us.
No, not yet. But what if?
Not yet, yeah.
What if?
Do something good with it.
Yeah, don't just give it to charity, but do something with it. Yeah, spend it. Spend it before you can't take it with you. Spend it. Spend it all. If you take that mentality, right? I mean,
you would be growing a lot of other people's economies if you spend it all.
yeah.
I mean, do you know, not that I'm defending mega yachts or anything, but do you know how many people a mega yacht employs? I mean, there's not a specific number, but it's a lot. They have to build the boat. They have to staff the boat.
I would say
they have
20.
to house the boat. 20?
20.
Thousands.
20,000's what?
Thousands of jobs.
Thousands?
Okay, well, think of what it takes to build a
it's a build?
$500 million mega yacht.
Well, once it's built, that
and
doesn't
then
count.
To staff it and house it and
20.
It's supporting a lot of other people's economies.
Trying to figure out how to word this. How many
jobs does a mega yacht produce?
How many jobs? I don't like that at all. That's way too vague.
I like vague questions.
That's way too big.
If you ask a vague question, it can give you a broad answer.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
A single mega yacht directly employs on the order of a few dozen people full time.
Okay.
And supports many more jobs indirectly in shipbuilding, maintenance, and tourism. Okay. So, with that being said, are you ready for this? Large mega or super yachts over 4 meters?
40.
No, 60 meters? Typically carry more than 20 full-time crew.
Yeah.
For yachts around 100,
you were right there.
100 meters, typical permanent crew size is roughly between 30 to 50 people, including captain, officers, engineers, stewards, deckhands, and chefs. So, yeah.
The thing is, like, if you do have an obscene amount of money,
Right.
what are you supposed to do with it? Should you live like a poor person and just keep it all to yourself, or should you spend it and then it flows out to everybody else?
Yeah, because I mean, by this token, you're exactly right. You're employing anywhere from 30 to 50 people.
Same thing having a mansion.
Yeah. Somebody's got to clean it.
It still all feels really icky, though.
It does. Why?
Because it's not. I don't think that handouts are the best thing. Where you're like, well, you should just give away that $500 million, because that's not necessarily helping other people. If you just give someone money, it doesn't help them produce more tomorrow. It can help in certain instances, like overcome specific situations, but it's not the same as having a job. Whereas like the mega yacht's an actual job. Those 20, 24 people or more all now have a full-time income.
Yeah.
Versus just being handed money. Okay, now what? Hand me $2,000. Now what? I'm going to need $2,000 next week.
Well, I got plenty.
Oh, yeah?
I got plenty to spend, so yeah.
Whenever you ask my uncle what he needed, he'd always say $1 million in a brown paper bag.
In a brown paper bag?
In a brown paper bag.
What was your uncle into?
Farming.
Is that just how they did it?
No, I don't think
How
so.
they did it?
That's just what he'd asked for.
$1 million in a brown paper bag.
In a brown paper bag.
Any other news coming up this week?
I don't know.
No, you don't know? We don't watch the news, so how would we know?
We're so well informed.
Something with Trump. I've just been,
There's always something with Trump.
I think it was the Epstein thing was interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
That's been going on for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, but it's finally.
It definitely has, like, I don't know what to say. It's made me think less of the current administration. Not that there was a lot to think. a certain
Well,
point. But even like at least maybe on some level you thought they'd be a little upstanding, but it's like
because they
just the
lied about
direct
it.
lying, like like
Because they lied about it.
yeah.
Yeah, they lied about it ever existing.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Unless they're all in it.
I think the whole Trump thing is a psyop in itself, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of other news topics, but unfortunately, they just, yeah.
You want to talk about lenses?
You're talking about camera lenses? Yeah. Let's talk about. No, you know what I do want to talk about, and this is not a paid endorsement to the Daily Wire at all, because I'm not the biggest fan of the Daily Wire. However, they do have that new show, the Pendragon. I think it's called Pendragon Rise
Cycle?
of the Merlin. Pendragon Cycle?
I think it's based on a
Cycle?
series of books from Andrew what's his face? Clavin.
Cycle?
I think it's Cycle, yeah. Like it's time of the month, I guess.
Started watching that this week. No, I do not pay for a Daily Wire subscription. No, I will not tell you how I was watching it. But
I said nothing.
it is based off of 2 books by Stephen R. Lawhead.
Oh, they're Stephen R. Lawhead. Okay. Yeah. He did a good series on Robin Hood.
Taliesin and Merlin.
What he tries to do is he does like historical fictions that are grounded.
Yeah.
So he did one on Robin Hood, did this one on King Arthur.
Okay, so, which I'm glad you brought up the fact that it was grounded, because that's exactly how I would describe it with regards to Merlin is your main character, which we don't even meet him until like episode 3. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He's
He's
have
the titular character. That don't make him the main character.
he's supposed to have powers, but they're not like witchy powers. Does that make sense?
They're more like wizard powers.
No, they're not even wizard powers. You're a wizard, Harry. No,
I mean
no.
more like in the Lord of the Rings wizard powers sense. Gandalf.
No, wouldn't even go that far. Wouldn't even go that far. Like, I think he like can stop time and the rain stops and.
That's kind of a power. That's
Yeah,
a
but
pretty
he doesn't.
extreme power
He doesn't
there.
like use it.
Oh,
he doesn't like.
He doesn't use it for evil.
Yeah, but anyway, so what's fascinating about this show is that there's clearly, because it's coming from Daily Wire, which is probably leaning more towards, not politically wise, but I'm saying like religious wise, leaning more towards probably Catholic influences.
Yeah, but Jeremy Boring's the director, correct?
Presumably, yeah.
And he's Protestant.
But it's time accurate because it is old England, old Britain,
With Romans.
right after the Romans left.
So like 400, 500?
Yeah. And so there's these monasteries that these priests are going back to that's woven into the story of Merlin. Very, very interesting stuff because he doesn't claim, at least is what I understood, he doesn't claim that his power comes from like the Druids and the multiple gods, the pantheon of gods that they have. Like he believes in the one true God. And it's kind of like this through line that, yeah.
Religious overtones.
I wouldn't say overtones, undertones, if anything. And it feels like it's done well, right? To where it's not preaching in your face, but at the same time, it's like I said, he doesn't have witchy powers. He doesn't have wizardy powers that every episode, what's he going to do next? Well, whip out a staff and perform some magic.
Say, I am good.
Right. Definitely more.
Rings a power reference.
It's definitely more grounded in reality with regards to his capabilities. Yeah, it's still going on. I think I'm on like episode 5. I think I would recommend it though. Yeah. Somehow this is what I gathered is they wove in, which I thought it was Pompeii, The destruction of the city of Pompeii with
That's
the
like
volcano.
70 something.
I know, but I'm saying it's. I thought it was Pompeii, but I don't think it's Pompeii. I think it's Atlantis, and these are Atlantean people. So it's mythical with regards to that too. It weaves that into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Something to do with these people don't age. I don't know.
How's the production quality?
Looks pretty good. I like it. Yeah. Doesn't look cheap. Definitely doesn't look cheap. Like they spent some money. They spent a lot of money.
They're shooting in, I think they shot a lot in Europe. Like in the Czech Republic or something.
Yeah. I mean, it had to been because it definitely doesn't give the
Croatia, maybe?
vibes of North America. Definitely giving European vibes, which it needs. But I mean,
I'm just curious if
sprawling landscapes.
Was it worth it for them? That's what I would like to know at the end of the day.
Listen, I think I only found it. It wasn't because I was hunting for it, but I typically every week will kind of look at the TV or film ratings to see what's trending, right? And in a way, I follow it like the stock market, kind of just.
Gotcha. You could trade stock and entertainment.
Right. And so it popped up in like the top 20 this week. I'm like, oh, what's this? And I click it, and I was not expecting the Daily Wire logo, which is way too. Listen, Daily Wire, if you guys are going to start producing legit TV shows and movies and stuff, change your intro logo.
They have been for a while.
To not include Ben Shapiro and your main like podcast entertainment news side of things. Like,
stay in your lane.
Yeah, do something different with it. It was very jarring. I was like, ooh, this is what I'm watching. And I was expecting like a lot of like undertones of politicalness.
That could drive a lot of people away.
Yeah, it's not
But
good.
then again, like if you can only watch it through your Daily Wire subscription,
oh yeah, they know who they are.
then you might as well lean into that audience.
Right.
But the question is like, was it worth it? Because when it comes to these kind of metrics, this is the problem with streaming service. Okay, when you have a movie goes into theaters, you can directly see ticket sales.
Right.
How well did this movie do?
Right.
How many DVDs sold? How many people rented it or streamed it? When you have it going onto a streaming service, like the only people who know the data like is the streaming service, how many people watched it and how many people signed up to watch it.
Yeah, there's no transparency.
And then like I think that's the reason a lot of these streaming shows get canceled 3 seasons in and incomplete. And like, even when they're popular, because it's not bringing in more subscribers and keeping it isn't keeping subscribers because they're not staying around only for that thing, then why keep producing the show? Just make another shiny thing.
Yeah, I mean, clearly
there's a lot of good shows that have died to streaming services because they didn't feel like completing them.
Well, probably because they saw their own metrics and they didn't like what they saw.
But you're talking like good shows that were like popular, at least amongst their audience, well loved.
I agree.
And let's just cancel it.
Yeah.
Whereas if that show had been on mainstream TV, it probably wouldn't have got canceled.
Because they could see the data.
Well, the audience could see the data, but also because it just seems like there's a more direct sale to the customer there.
Yeah.
Like you're selling ads. And so the amount of people who show up to view directly correlates to how much you can charge for an ad on TV.
Right.
Versus the streaming service, like that doesn't exist there. Until they start showing ads.
And if it does, that data is only seen by them and they can control.
Yeah, and like without being in the room and knowing what their motivations are, like why would you cancel a show that was popular? Unless maybe it was just popular amongst a niche audience and you couldn't really keep it going.
I think it goes down probably to management. You get new management in and they're like, yeah, I don't really like that show.
Yeah, but is there a big turnover at Netflix for management?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, we've had like large studios, like say Warner Brothers and stuff, which is now owned by Netflix, I think, if the sale went through, where like you get a new studio head in and they completely change what they're doing with the new slate.
Right. That's what I mean. There could be, maybe not at the CEO level, but definitely within the studio head level. They could be switching switching things up.
Maybe actors want too much money for season 4.
Right.
And they're like,
Could be a lot of variables. Could be a lot of variables.
But Stranger Things made it all the way through. But it was so popular. Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? No, the ending sucked.
I did it.
I didn't like it.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah. I did see I guess
like lore or like Game of Thrones level sucked.
I didn't mind the Game of Thrones ending.
Oh, you did? You liked that?
Well, no, I didn't mind it. I was ready for it to be over. Like, just let's get on with the next thing.
HBO wanted 2 more seasons.
Yeah, but I wanted to see the expanded universe. I wanted to see because they were talking about it leading up for the last 2-3 seasons. They were talking about, oh, we want to do, the history of the
well,
walkers.
they did like the House of the Dragon and.
Yeah, they did. They did eventually, and then the one that recently came out, what is it? Dingus the Brave. I can't remember his name.
Dingus the Brave.
You remember Duncan? I don't know. Anyway, so they eventually are doing that, right? Which I think finally.
It's just they had a bunch of arcs built into characters over time that they just the
payoffs weren't there. I get it. They
took 2 seasons worth of materials and crammed it into 8 episodes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And didn't earn any of their heel turns or whatnot.
I agree from a technical aspect. It was definitely
from an audience aspect. Like audience was very disappointed.
But like I said, maybe I'm just over it at now. Maybe back then I was more upset, but now I'm over it. I'm like, yeah, it was what it was. People were upset at the Red Wedding when it came out.
No, everyone was just that was more shock and awe and like, oh my God, nobody's safe in this show.
Right.
And then, but that was the other thing is when you got into the last season, a lot of people were too safe. The plot armor started coming out.
Yeah. Well, once they deterred from the books.
Well, they didn't have books.
That's what I'm saying, is that I think at that point, we, as the audience members, were expecting more involvement from the original author. And I think the studio heads got a little too greedy and wanted to write what they wanted to write. And wrap it up.
Well, so the two heads, Benioff and I forget the other guy's name, they had a Star Wars show that they wanted to go do.
Okay.
HBO offered them 2 more seasons, and they said no.
And they were like, "No, we're gonna go.
We're gonna do this last season and bounce."
Okay.
And it panned. And then the last season absolutely panned, and they lost their Star Wars show.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of Star Wars stuff's getting canceled now too. And Catherine Kennedy is out.
She's out.
Kathleen Kennedy.
I've heard it's on the uprise though, that they're gonna start bringing back some of those cancels and try to weave them back in. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but does anyone really want a Rey movie?
Yeah, they're thinking about rewriting.
Or do they want the Accolade season 2?
I would like to go down the Accolade. Let's see who is Darth Sidious. Who's his master? Plagueis? Yeah, I want to see Plagueis played out. I want to see because they did
it right.
I thought they did a really awesome job with the antagonist in Alkaloid. Yeah, that show, that Star Wars show.
Mm-hmm, that one.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. Like, let's keep on with this storyline. Let's see where it ends up.
I'm starting to think maybe we have differing taste in
movies and shows. Of course we do. Of course we do. Yeah, I thought it was all right. Yeah, it was a little woke and a little, it was clear that. But nowadays it's hard not to find any sort of media that doesn't have anything.
I'm more focused on like story structure and character arcs.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun. Listen, I'm a fan. If you're gonna write things within the universe that I'm already in love with, I'm a fan.
Yeah, but why are you in love with the universe?
Because
and what if the stuff they write sucks?
I mean, look at episode 1 of Star Wars and how like when the outrage when that came out, right? Yep. And then it's generational, I think.
It's because Star Wars is for children. And I don't mean
Okay,
that insultingly.
okay.
I do not mean that insultingly. Like George
As
Lucas
a
has even
whole.
said, like these are for a younger audience. And
Okay.
so what happens
Okay.
is the people who watched the original were young and attached to it in their early teenage years.
Yep.
And then the prequels come out and they're like, this isn't my
And
Star Wars.
because it was
and now
trying
like,
to get the other.
that's the Star Wars I grew up on.
Yep.
Now, granted, I do go back and watch them and I'm like, these kind of suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the third one has some good moments.
So the difference.
The pod race is pretty baller.
The difference now, though,
Jar Jar Binks, nobody likes.
because let's talk post. I guess Clone Wars, like all the animated series that were clearly for kids, right?
Yeah, but a lot of
all
adults
that.
like those. Those might be better written than most of the
They're
movies.
really good. I mean, what was it? Dave Filoni?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote. Yeah,
And they kept him involved.
he's still involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying though is post all of that, right? And probably right when Mandalorian started, I would say that they ventured off into attempting to make the younger audience and the older audience agree. And so you have your spin-off shows like the
I don't think they were playing to actual hardcore fans because, like, you look at a lot of their, like, what they Acolyte, what these creators will say about like normal, hardcore Star Wars fans. Like, they don't really like them. They're not really interested in the source material. And you have this big universe that's already been written and created, up to the point that Disney bought Star Wars, the expanded universe, all the books that were written. And they don't want to use any of that material. And there's a lot of very beloved books in there.
Yeah, they're not canon anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all canon up until Disney bought Star Wars. And they decanonized them.
Right. Yeah, the old stuff with the Old Republic and things like that.
And all the stuff about Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
post, Return of the Jedi.
But I think you can still draw a straight line when they definitely split to try, rather than to go after young audiences to get new audiences, they veered off to say, well, no, the majority of our base is older. Let's start doing live action real for
I
an adult
don't
audience.
think they were playing to the hardcore audience at all. The true audience of Star Wars. Because a lot of the true audience is very upset. And there's only a few shows that they really like. Like, a lot of them did like the first two seasons of Mandalorian. Andor is very liked by Star Wars fans.
No, but here's where you're wrong though, is that they're pulling the source material from the cartoons to make up that story.
Which one?
Ahsoka and the Acolyte and Mandalorian.
Which cartoons?
I guess it would be Rebels, and then Clone Wars. No, the Bad Batch. What was that?
Yeah, but Ahsoka is like throughout those series. So yeah, they have to pull material from there because that's where she was created.
Yeah, but I'm saying all these new shows, all of this new.
Sure, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that audience, like Ahsoka fans who grew up on Rebels and maybe she wasn't in Rebels, but on Clone Wars.
Rather than do what Episode 1 did, right, for that new generation, to get that new generation, they instead placated on the generation that grew up on the cartoons and that storyline and attempted to.
Then why are all these shows getting canceled?
Well, that's.
They didn't perform well.
So they say. I watched it. I know a lot of people watched it.
Prior to this, we were talking about, Netflix shows that do well get canceled after 3 seasons.
Right.
If something gets canceled after 1 season, it just didn't do well.
Maybe. Yeah. Complications.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
What if they bring it back? Then I'll be proven wrong or right. I'll be proven right if they bring it back.
I mean, we'll see. Like, they keep making seasons of Rings of Power, despite like it seems like it's underperforming heavily, but they've poured so much money into that.
I can't stop now.
That they can't stop. It's like it's the biggest thing that Amazon Prime has ever done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then the other thing about Amazon is they're playing over in entertainment because that's not where they make their real money. You know,
And I think
all
the
that
same
Rings
could be
of
said
Power
for
is fully subsidized by your Amazon purchases.
right. I think the same could be said about Daily Wire. Is we're just playing around with this money because you're subscribing to the rest
And
of our content.
I think there's a problem with that because it makes it to where like that's not where you're trying to make your true dollar. And so you don't invest properly there. You don't do like a movie studio lives and dies by their movies. Whereas Amazon Prime, like, they pour $200 million into a dud show. Whatever. It's not where we make our money. And so I think you end up with a lesser piece of art, for lack of a better term. As much as I'm still on the fence as to whether entertainment is art or not.
But one could say that because you don't have that financial burden, you could let the artist do art. And
yeah, but it seems it's more like when a billionaire wants to make a movie. Those never turn out well.
what was that one? What was the last M. Night Shyamalan? Trap? Did you see Trap?
No, but he's gone back to making very low budget, and they seem to perform a lot better when you don't give him $200 million to make a movie.
Yeah.
You give him $5 million to make a movie, and he'll turn it into $100 million. You give him $200 million to make a movie, he'll turn it into $50 million.
Right.
Are you sure we're not doing a movie podcast?
No, it's just things that we like to talk about. Yeah, go check out Pendragon. What is it? What'd you call it? Pendragon Cycle.
I think
Pendragon Cycle.
you're the one with the computer in front of you. I think that's the proper name.
Pendragon Cycle, Rise of the Merlin.
The Merlin.
The Merlin. Yeah.
Is that an endorsement?
No.
An unpaid endorsement?
I mean, it's not. It's just a recommendation.
Oh.
We'll throw it in the recommendation category.
All right, then.
Maybe we should do a legit 5-minute segment on movies or TV shows.
Yeah, let us know. Like current things.
Yeah.
What you been watching? I watched True Romance last night. Never seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's basically a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen it.
It was all right. It was very Tony Scott.
Was that when he said, "Get back. Get behind me"? It's
Christian Slater?
It's the iconic line. What's the iconic
No,
line
you're talking
from-
about True Lies.
What'd you say? True
Romance.
True Romance?
You're thinking of True Lies.
I wasn't trying to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression if that's what you were thinking. I was trying to do another it's a Christian Slater quote.
Christian Slater has quotes?
Doesn't he? Come on, guys. I don't know. It doesn't have anything.
It was all right. I was entertained all the way through.
You were entertained all the way through?
Yeah.
Okay.
It had one of those endings where it's like just spoiler alert. Come in, everyone dies. Big shootout, everyone dies. It's kind of predictable in that way. But maybe not at the time. Maybe it was only predictable now because it's been 33 years, and a lot of other movies have emulated what happened there.
With that being said, what is it? Rated R?
Yes.
Is that something, I mean, what do parents need to watch out for when they're watching this?
Language, sex, violence.
Suitcase.
Gary Oldman getting shot in the crotch.
Suitcase of stolen cocaine.
Do parents need to watch out for that? I never got like whenever growing up for us, like drug use was never even considered a factor as far as like a rating. Like we never even put it in the same category of like sex or violence or language.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. If I don't
As
want
explicit content?
I don't want my kids learning how to shoot up heroin from a movie they watched.
I don't think do you actually learn? I don't think you learn to do it properly.
Maybe you don't, but I'm just saying
I think
they're going to try.
Is seeing that Do you think seeing that causes them to want to try it?
It depends on how the director, the writer, and I mean, it depends on if it's glorified or not.
So
if
like
it's,
in
I would say
Pulp Fiction, where Vincent's like shooting up.
yeah, dude. No, I don't want. Now my kids are getting older, so I can have that conversation with them. But
I mean, like when I think about it, yeah, like if I walked into the room and saw my kids watching that minus all the language and violence and sex and stuff,
you'd be like,
I'd
what's
be like,
going on
what
here?
are you guys watching?
What's going on here?
Yeah, what are you guys watching?
Well, maybe in the future we'll get sponsored by Common Sense. But Common Sense.
What about cigarettes in movies?
What about cigarettes in movies?
Like, do you put that in the same category? See, because to me, that's more of an influence where like they're so readily available. Like, ooh, it's cool to smoke cigarettes.
No. That would be more of a generational thing. Like you don't see that hardly. Really
Well, that's
ever.
because they've cut it out a lot of movies. But it used to be back in the day, like every actor had a cigarette in their hand.
Yeah.
And gradually over time, you know, you don't see actors vaping though. You don't see characters vaping much in movies.
You're not watching the right movies.
Okay, again, our differing tastes.
What
They're not as sexy as a cigarette.
parents need to know that True Romance is a cult crime thriller with near constant strong violence and language, including racist and homophobic slurs. It's directed by
Tony Scott,
and written by
Quentin Tarantino,
it's
which I learned in the credits. So it's not like I knew that going in.
Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette.
She's got a snaggletooth. That always bothered me with her.
She's really good in Severance. Really
She's
good.
in Severance?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Characters are shot, stabbed,
It's got a
beaten.
lot of people in it too. It's like you roll through the
Really?
credits and there's like Samuel L. Jackson, Tom
Really?
Sizemore,
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Penn, Gary Oldman, Christopher Walken. A lot of these guys only have like one or two scenes. James Gandolfini. It's like a cast of thousands.
It definitely has a host of actors that probably now are more well known. That's for sure.
Here's what I didn't like about it. It's like when you look at the events as they played out through the movie, all the harm that was caused was really caused by a few irrational mistakes that could have been avoided.
Well, these characters, they're not perfect.
Well, no, but it still just feels like it leaves a bad taste at the end.
You feel like the driving motivation was just lack of character
intelligence
choices.
Maybe intelligence, maybe hot-headedness.
Okay.
So Christian Slater marries a call girl
Okay.
and then goes and confronts her pimp, ends up getting into a fight. Spoiler alert for everyone. Kills him. This is Gary Oldman.
Yep.
Kind of interesting performance. Kind of sucks that they ADR'd all of it too. Like he's sitting there and it's like it's not his real performance. He probably had a much better performance on set. Audio wasn't good, so they went back.
Yeah, different
It didn't
time.
match. Anyway, shoots him, steals his drugs, and then blows town. Before he does, leaves. Goes to see his dad. Bad guys show up, kill his dad. They end up like basically there's a trail of bodies following behind them, and all these people wouldn't be dead if you hadn't gone and confronted your new hooker wife's pimp.
Bad choices, man.
Yeah,
Bad
exactly.
choices.
It's like, why am I rooting for this character?
Well, he's got to go fight for his woman's
Now, I did watch
dignity.
the whole movie. I guess maybe I'm just a bad person and I won't fight for my woman's dignity.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe I'm like
"Oh."
calmer heads prevail.
Maybe pick somebody else that. No, hookers need love too.
No, I said calmer heads prevail.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't say hookers didn't need love.
Yeah. Violence.
This is Christians talking about shit.
Violence and scariness. It's blown out. It's off the charts. Language. Oh yeah, there's a lot of effins and shittins and bullshittins and all of it. Sex, romance, nudity. We're talking now. This is maybe why I like Common Sense, because they use the 5-star system. We got 4 out of 5 stars.
So how do you feel about 4.5 stars or 3.5 stars?
I'm fine with halves.
How is that not 10?
Give it decimals.
How is that not a 10
Give
star
it decimals. 5 is a nice round number.
It's not a round number. It's an
You know what I
odd
mean,
number.
though. It is an odd number, but it's just
It's
nice
the most
and
even of the odd numbers.
to me,
because two of them make
once
10.
you go to 10 stars, you're giving people way too much choice. People need smaller choices. It can't be 3 because either you loved it, you didn't care, or you liked it, right? 10 is like,
See, I feel like the 5-star system is incomplete without half stars.
give it a half star. That's fine.
That's
I would love a 4.5.
10-point system.
Love a 4.5 star movie. That's great.
How do you feel about Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm thinking, you know what? It's probably not going to be blowing my mind, but 4.5 is fine.
How do you feel about the percent meter?
I hate it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So at least you're consistent.
Give me a visual representation. I want to quickly look at it to be like, because I feel like a 3.
Now, okay, I'll give you that. It is easier to register a 5-star system visually looking at it than it is to look at a 10-star system, because you're like, how many stars are there? I got to start counting now.
Which Brad, I hope you're listening, buddy. I love it when you do your outros, give it thumbs up, and I think he says give it 5 stars. If not, we need to start doing it. Give it 5 stars. That's what you need to do.
It's not a star rating on YouTube.
I know, but wherever you find your podcast, it probably is a 5-star rating. Sex, romance, nudity is 4 out of 5 stars. Drinking, drugs, and smoking, 4 out of 5 stars. Now, I find this.
Wait a minute. What are you? It rates like the amount of that's in the movie.
Yeah,
by stars.
I guess severity.
Like more is better.
Well, not necessarily better, but more of it.
Oh, okay.
There's
But if you're giving it stars, that's more. Like stars are better. The more stars you have, the better.
Right. Product and purchases, 1 out of 5. So they're not trying to shell you Coca-Cola products.
What are you looking at that on?
Common Sense.
Oh, that's an actual site?
Yeah, bro. We're gonna be sponsored by them, and we're gonna be their number one.
Rating movies for family consumption?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So it does not rate well on there, I'm sure.
No. 17 plus.
Age.
Yeah.
Okay.
They recommend 17 plus.
I need a visual.
They also give you what the parents say versus what the kids say.
So, what the kids say about true romance? What do the kids say about true romance?
Well, hold on. We got to do what parents say. Parents say 15 plus. The parents that I reviewed this say, you know what? I let my 15-year-old watch it.
I don't know if
The kids also say 15 plus. Now, what does Common Sense say? They say 17 plus, which I have to agree with. I think the sex, romance, and nudity, and the drinking and drugs and the smoking, would definitely.
Would you take your kids to an R-rated movie?
Not yet.
But what if it was like The Patriot?
Is The Patriot rated R?
Oh yeah.
Okay, they've seen The Patriot. We tried to watch Inglourious Bastards, but they were not interested. So, violence, I'm okay with. It's probably the sex, drugs, and even language, unless it's like lewd sexual language. That's
where you draw the line.
Yeah, it's probably where I draw the line.
Why do we as Christians accept violence over sexual contact when violence is the greater of the commandments? Like thou shalt not kill comes before
the Bible's
thou
violent.
shalt not commit adultery.
Because it appears.
That doesn't mean the murder is good. Depiction of murder is still
I'm not saying that it is, but it appears that God is okay with violence whenever He commands.
There's a lot of sexual content in the Bible.
There is, but I would say that it leans more towards, hey, it's clearly stated don't be sexually immoral.
It's also clearly stated don't murder.
Right, but once again, you have the Old Testament time and time again where I'm sure God doesn't love it that He's having to tell Israel to go kill all these people, but there's a reason behind it.
And you think that's why Christians are okay with violence in movies?
Yep.
I think it's because you didn't actually kill somebody. Whereas like two characters kiss,
what?
they did actually kiss.
Oh, because
when you're
fake,
acting, you're
fake,
acting.
It's fake violence.
Unless you're watching a snuff film, I mean, but like,
okay, so
you do you.
Yeah, but it's still, I don't know, man. I guess probably because the modern Christian is not going to be prone to go kill somebody versus probably
you're more tempted by the sexual content.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually seeing the real thing.
Right.
I mean, the actors aren't actually in the act of intercourse.
Right.
Hopefully.
Most movies not.
Most movies not. They got a sock.
Movies not. They have a
protective garment.
Or what do they call it on
intimacy
set?
coordinator.
Intimacy coordinator. Right. They discussed, can I touch you? All that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I probably would lean more towards Common Sense's review on this one, True Romance 17 plus. Yeah, you letting your kids watch this at 15?
I don't know if I'm ever letting them watch that one. It was I don't think.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
And why is that? Is it the overarching?
It just wasn't. It was entertaining, but it's not like, man, you got to see this.
Well, yeah, no, that I don't think any movies that we're going to review are.
I'm not sure any Tony Scott movie is on the list of, man, you got to see this.
Okay.
No offense to Tony Scott fans, but
you heard it here first.
He's just a little much for me.
So so you wouldn't let them watch it for more of our artistic, like,
Probably.
like, no, I'm not going to subject my kids to this.
Yeah, there's better movies to watch.
Yeah, go out there and watch them. And guess what, guys? Drop your favorite movie that you want us to review, and maybe we'll make this a full-time thing. Send us some.
As long as we don't make a 30-minute segment out of it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this down. You like to weave and
I could definitely do like a movie podcast and probably I could hold that together.
You probably could. But
Christian's talking about movies. We need a new sign.
Maybe no, we don't need a new sign. No, we're gonna keep it contained to a 5 to 10 minute rant about a movie for now. At the end, I can
do that because now you're on a subject I actually like to talk about.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're gonna go ahead and.
You're not gonna let me talk about the things I like to talk about.
No,
just for 5 minutes.
No. There's next week, next time.
But that'll be a different movie.
Yep.
What if I have more to say?
In the comments right now, put the movie that you want me and Amos to chime in at. Chime in on.
So that means we're gonna have homework for this podcast now.
I'm going to look it up and say, have you seen this? And if we haven't seen it, then I'll just keep on scrolling. That's how that's going to work. Let's just be real about that.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Well, we might need a refresher, though.
A refresher on how the rules work?
No, on that movie. What if it's been 20 years?
Then you're going to base your judgment on that movie from 20 years ago.
How well it stuck. That'll keep it to 5 minutes.
This kind of does make me want to go watch True Romance and come back next week with a better take.
It's on Tubi.
Tubi.
I'm actually really enjoying Tubi. I've been watching movies there because they've got a lot of older 80s, 90s, 2000 movies that are like good theatrical releases. Not when you start weeding through Netflix, like you can't find anything to watch. You spend more time surfing than you do watching. And I find like when I pull Tubi up, I'm like, I'll find something like 2 or 3 minutes to watch.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
What?
It's because you're visually stimulated by the thumbnails.
That sounded a little too sensual for my taste.
I'm just saying. If you took the thumbnails away,
no, I don't think so. No, because I'm going. Okay, I'm going entirely off of. I recognize True Romance, the movie, from seeing it in rental at Blockbuster, or Hastings when I was walking around as a kid.
Okay,
and I'm like, ooh, I never watched that. I should watch that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm basing it on. So if you want to call the thumbnail, if that's our new name for posters or cover art, thumbnails, I think I'd slap my child. We walked into a rental store and they're like, I like the thumbnail on this movie.
Yep. That's where we're at. 2026.
No.
That's where we're at. Yep.
I'll burn YouTube to the ground.
Yep. Hashtag #. What's the next one? Who knows?
I'm not promoting violence against children. But I also have lines.
Tune in next week for more engaging content like this.
See ya.
Bye.